Well, we can go ahead and review it quickly after the stand-up.
Okay.
And if it takes longer than that, well, I could pull it out of GitHub in the morning, my time,
Okay. Okay.
and take a look before you're out of bed.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a bit of a blocker for you right now. Anything else?
Only that one.
Okay. 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 For myself, I completed the initial or re-review of the authorization matrix, that spreadsheet, and I moved that PR to need review. So if you get a chance to look at that, that'd be great.
Okay.
And I'd like Hewitt to look at that as well. We actually added a lot of controller action since we first created that matrix. It was surprising. So
Yeah, I saw some of them not fully go through the document. We had whatever the pagination methods. I saw one.
those are an example. Yeah. So there's a bunch of that. There
Yeah.
was job application accept, job application reject. There was a whole bunch of stuff we've added that's not represented there, which is good. So it means we've made a lot of progress since we first created that. But anyway, I need Hewitt to review, especially the tasks section. Tasks were not even created when we first created that spreadsheet. So I took a stab at that. So if you can look at that, that'd be great. I also started to look at the UX review that Sam did. I got about a quarter of the way through it, through about 11 minutes. I'm taking notes as I go. He's already pointed out some really good things. He's only looked at the landing page and the job seeker registration page, and he's already pointed out about half a dozen things that we need to consider. So have you had a chance to look at that yet, Vijaya?
Just I read the comments, Sam, and you replied him only that error things, but I did not
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Is the video is there?
In Slack, he's got a link to the video.
Okay, I'll check that.
So it's going to take me 2 or 3 or 4 viewings. It's 40 minutes long. So
Okay.
I want to take it in like 10-minute chunks so I can absorb it and take notes. And
Okay.
and then eventually as a team, we'll kind of figure out what do we want to do with his comments. But again, I've already found huge value watching the first 11 minutes. So
Okay.
he's a good UX guy. There's no doubt about it. I'm good to see we've got somebody like that in the team. And that was pretty much it for me. So no blockers. And so that'll conclude the stand-up. Do you want to go ahead and share your screen, Vijay, and show me what
Yeah.
you're looking at there? These are job seekers. Job seeker assigned to job developer and job seeker assigned to case manager. Those are the ones that are giving you problems.
Yeah.
The other two are working. The other.
Yeah, remaining 2 is working. I'll show it.
Okay, great.
I'm logging as a job developer.
Okay.
Then it will show you job seeker assigned to the job developer. This is the message I'm getting.
I can't see your screen yet, Vijay.
Oh, you can't see. Okay.
No, I'm still seeing myself, in fact.
Okay.
Still can't see it yet. Now I see you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now it's gone black. Okay, I got something now. I can see your screen.
Okay.
So that's just a note regarding N+1 queries. We need to fix that at some point, but that's not what's breaking you, I don't think.
Okay. It is only job seeker without job developer is loading, and job seeker as job developer unable to retrieve the intended page results.
Okay.
This one I noticed one thing in in the job seeker we have to use before the job seeker model we use. Now we are using the agency person. If I change also, I did not get the results. That's why I removed and put it back. Here in the agency, using the not the class method, instance method. Here is the two methods: the job seeker as the case manager and job seeker as the job developer.
And okay, so job seekers as job developer. Shouldn't that be? How are you calling that again? So you've got.
In the previous one, we used the same thing. Here is your job seeker. I replaced with this method, but I have to use the agency person here. But I'm using the instance method. I changed the instance method also. It is not working. When we use the control, this is the thing that we are calling here. And job seeker as the job developer.
Let me look at that for a second. So your job seekers, agency person, job seekers, job developer. Yeah.
Okay. I'm using this one there and it's not working. The same thing, results I got it.
So job seekers is case manager. Let's see. So let me look at, just to refresh my memory, so line 16 now, that I know that's not your problem, a job seeker without JD. So we're getting job seeker, paginate, job seekers without job developer. Job seekers without job developer is a class method for job seekers, is that right? That is, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the class method.
Yeah.
Whatever we used before, the same method with we change the method name here.
Yep. So I guess the question for me is, does the will paginate gem require that it be called against a class versus an instance, or versus an active record collection? And I think it might be. So let me look real quickly at the documentation for will paginate.
Okay.
Will paginate gem. May have a restriction there. Yeah, I think will paginate wants to operate on or be called against a method, because it's going to go in the database, against a class. Because it's just acting like a query against a class to retrieve records, records that represent instances of that class. So I think this is a problem for us.
Okay, we have to change everything in the class method, then it will. We have to put it everything in job seeker, then
Well, I'm wondering if if we made the first one that keep those job seekers as case manager and job seekers as job developer, keep them in agency person, but make them class methods
Okay.
that take an agency person exactly like you're showing as an argument, like you're showing here, but make them class methods. So
Okay.
instead of line 17 would begin return agency person dot paginate, et cetera, and then your job seekers as case manager, you'll have to turn that into a class method. And it's not. I think that's what we're going to have to do, because if you look at the documentation on will paginate, it wants to go against a class, not an instance.
Okay.
Because it's using it's querying the database from records of that class.
Okay.
And that's the way it's constructed. So you're really close. I think you've got the methods in the right place. The first two methods are an agency person, and that's great. So now you'll change job seeker.paginate to agency person.paginate in lines 7 and 12. And job seekers as case manager will become a class method, as will job seekers as job developer. Do you want to try to do that right now? Maybe we can go look at agency person, your agency person model.
Okay. This is my agency person.
Yeah.
Then I had to change the self dot.
Yeah, that would be self dot, of course.
The same time.
Yeah, the one below it would be the same. So it looks like you commented out the first version of this.
Yeah, I I Scrum with Zuba. It changed everything. It is not working once we changed the instance method. That's why he ran the queries against the database and we changed this code.
Oh, you connected with Hewitt today on that?
Not today. Long back. That time you were in vacation.
Oh yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So here, this agency person, job seeker. Let's see, agency person where? Yeah, so that. So here you got agency person dot.
Okay. Here. Okay.
Yep.
This one also is this.
Yeah.
Then I have change here also. Instant variable to.
Yep. So right. So in your model is going to have to change. Those methods won't work right now because we have to. These person model. Yep.
Yeah.
So right now, we have to. Oops. Yep. Is that the name of the method? Job seekers as job developer?
Yeah. This is the.
Yeah, so let's look at the agency person model.
We have to use here also self dot or
No, so inside the method itself, self is the class because you've declared the method to be def self dot.
okay.
So self inside the class will be inside the method will be class. So there's no problem there. So we have to get agency people where the ID matches the job developer ID being passed in,
Okay.
and where so we don't have to work out the logic now, but I would say the first thing you want to do in this method is you want to confirm that job developer being passed in actually is a job developer, and if not, just return nil. If job developer is actually a job developer, then you want to execute a query that gets all agency people records where oh, wait a minute. Yeah, so job developer has agency relations where agency role ID is JD dot ID map. What's that map doing? Job seeker.
Yeah, job seeker.
Let me see. That's a is that an array? Let me check that. Array. The array.
I think that's the job seeker.
I see. So try this. So right where your cursor is, type in job developer. So right in front of agency relations, type in job developer
Okay.
dot.
Okay, here?
Yeah.
Job developer?
Well, no, your argument, job developer, the argument to the method.
Yeah, this
Yep.
one. The agency relations timeline or above the agent?
Yeah, so you want dot and then agent, then the rest of the statement.
Okay. No, it's not coming.
Easy to type it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so job developer, find agency relations for the job developer where the
Agency
role,
role ID.
the agency relation record is for this job developer in their JD role, because they may have a CM role as well. .id map all the job seekers associated with that job developer. Okay, so job seeker is a job developer. So let's see why you're getting a problem. Have you saved that, by the way? It looks like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Let's go see what's happening in your view. Undefined job seeker says job developer for whatever class that is. Undefined method job seeker is a job developer. Doesn't make any sense. That is the right name, right? Job seekers is job developer.
Yeah. The same thing
You may want to just restart your application server, and then sometimes make a bunch of changes. It just helps to restart the server. And then go back to your view and just go home. Yeah, that's it. Right. You should still be, well, you won't be logged in. Oops. No, you still were logged in, so that's okay. So you can log in again, yeah?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. Okay, so that's 75. Job seekers is case manager. We have to make the same kind of changes for that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agency relations.
Let's go look at that code again. That's being called from the job seekers viewer. Let's look at that real quick. Okay. Let's see. Can we go look at the controller again? Yeah. And what's the error again?
That is the agency relation, undefined local variable or method agency relation.
Let's look at the control code one more time. So we're here. What? I'm sorry, can we look at the message again one more time? And then let's look at the controller. Let's see, let's go to, let's put a debug statement in that agency person model method. Yeah, just, was it by bug you use? Yep.
Yeah.
You may have to restart your server. Sometimes you have to do that to get the debug to kick in. So your console is, so it's waiting, so the console's on debug now.
Yeah.
So let's see what case manager looks like. Just type in case manager, carriage return. It looks perfectly fine. Case manager dot agency relations. Type that in. Yep. Can you hit up arrow and then just add something to the end of that? Dot count.
14.
Okay, so we've got 14 agency relations. So this person has 14, they're a job developer, they have 14 job seekers, the person you're logged in as. They do not have any, they're not a case manager, right?
Yeah, they're not case manager.
Okay, so why don't you cut and paste my wife. So that first section there of the case manager, line 75, cut and paste the first part of that until it gets to the dot map thing. So just do the whole thing, case manager dot agency relations, all the way through to, no, not the dot map part, just yeah, including that parens. So copy that and cut that, paste that into the debugger. Okay. Now do the whole statement from your code, including the dot map piece.
Empty.
Okay, so why is it working for us now? What happened? Well, anyway, let's just hit continue and see what happens here. Just hit C and read character term. Okay, go back to your display. It looks like that might have worked. Yeah. We still can't get job seekers as job developer.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to your code, remove the by bug from the job seeker CM method and put it in the job seekers as job developer method. Yeah. I think we just had a problem where we didn't maybe update, save the code or something on one of these things. But the job seekers as case manager seems to be working fine. May want to restart your server again. Then let's reload the page. And when you go back to your app, you can just reload the page. You don't have to go back home and log in and log out. Just reload that. Yep. Okay, it's waiting. That means we're in debug. So if you go back to your console, let's see what we got here. Okay, so type in job developer, character term. Okay, and then job developer dot agency relations. Okay, and do that with a dot count at the end. So we should see 14, right?
Yeah, 14.
14. Okay. Excellent. So line 64, just cut and paste that into the debug prompt and let's see that. No, the line 64 here in the debugger. All you got to do is, or you could do it from your editor. It doesn't matter, I suppose. Just cut and paste that whole line in. And let's see what happens when we execute in the debugger. I'm sure it's going to work. There's something else going on here. Okay, a bunch of records for job seekers, which is what we expect. So that's working fine. So that's working fine. Let's see, Sue. Take that debug statement out of your code there. Let me go back to your console. Your console, yep. Press C and then carriage return. That's going wrong. Okay, good. Now hit carriage return. Oops. That's okay. Once you complete that, why don't you go back to your screen and say okay. Just dismiss that. Okay, and then go back to the console. Oh, it's still stopping, huh?
Yeah.
Hit C and then return again. Refresh the page. Let's make sure it doesn't stop on us again. Go back to the console. I think it might be stopped again. Yeah, it is. Hit C and return. Let it finish, and then now just restart your server. I wouldn't think you'd have to, but removing the debug statement usually means it doesn't stop at the debug anymore. Okay, now here, hit carriage return like, no, on the console. Hit carriage return like 20 or 30 times. I want just a big white space there so we can tell when we reload the page where that starts from. Yeah, just hold it down. That's good enough. Now if you go back to your UI, your browser, click OK. Now let's go back to your console. Okay, so error here. What's it say? And the total pages for array. This is assigned job seekers. What is going on there? Agency people controller in list.js JD. List.js JD. What's going on there? I think it's the one above that, isn't it? List.js JD.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yep. Can you let's look at the error again on the console. Find method total pages for array equals JS last sign in at. Template. Undefined method total pages for array. D8.
That is assign job seekers. This internal server.
Yeah.
Patrick, I will push the code into the Git. I had to go and pick up the school bus. Call. I got called.
Yeah. No, I got you. Okay. Why don't you do that? If you could send me on Slack the name of your branch too,
Okay.
and then I'll take a look at that. That's going to take a little bit more digging. I don't know what's going on with that,
Okay.
but we made some progress anyway.
Okay. I'll do it later once I come back from
Oh
the
yeah,
school. I do it.
no problem. I probably can't get to it tonight,
Okay.
so I'll look at it in the morning.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick.
All right. Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
Bye now.